On first listen, In the Pit of the Stomach sounded like a consistent and well-blended album, but did it become something that was too predictable to the band? Let's check it out. Hey, this is Jess of WreckedRadio, and today we are reviewing Were Promised Jetpacks' newest album, In the Pit of the Stomach. This would be the indie band's second album, so would it be a new collection of songs we're going to love and revel in, or is it going to be just another sophomore slump? I'm going to go through a couple of the most prominent songs from the album, so when you guys comment on what you think, you can add in those songs that I missed, or also comment on the things that I have said about the songs I got around to. First off, we're going to start with Circles and Squares, which was the opening track on the album, and this one really pumped a lot of energy into the album thus far. It reminded us of what we liked about these four walls, but the energy quickly faded as we went through the track list. Act on Impulse was a track that I actually liked, but it did do a lot to slow down the pace of the album and kind of made us lose interest. It's the first song that started a pattern of predominantly instrumental tracks. The next song I want to talk about is Picture of Health, which I thought was one of the strongest songs on the album. It included the title in the lyrics and actually provides some of the best lyrics for the song on the album. With a chorus like, watch as the trees grow tall, we'll give them a face and a name, we'll build a fence to keep out the neighbors, but we'll dress our scarecrows the same. I really loved the writing on this album. One thing that did kind of happen though when it came to the writing, which is pretty prominent with Were Promised Jetpacks, is that the instrumentals were very heavy. They always have been. They're very fast and they're very overpowering when we want to listen to the singer's voice. Sore Thumb was another one that continued that pattern of predominantly instrumental tracks. Now I have no problem with these tracks that have been popping up all over the album because Were Promised Jetpacks are very well known for their very honed instruments. This kind of reminded me of some of my other favorite instrumental bands like Explosions in the Sky and Ball Marina. So if you like Sore Thumb, maybe you should check out those artists. It was very memorable, and it was another one of those, if you were able to listen to the lyrics, you know, get through a lot of the really fast bass and guitar and drums, then you were able to see how well written this album really was lyrically. Favorite lyric comes from Picture of Health. At times, there's nothing worse than the beat of a struggling pulse, but in the pit of the stomach is where I can always tell. And favorite song is probably the memorable Human Error. In retrospect, These Four Walls was an album that was filled with lots of individual and memorable songs, which really created the fan base for Were Promised Jetpacks. But when we come to In the Pit of the Stomach, it seems more like a compilation of a very strong body of work, but it makes it hard to pick out individual favorite songs and aspects because the album does blend together and kind of fades as it goes along, kind of fades into one another. It's an okay album from a great band, so I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars. So tell me what you guys think of the new Were Promised Jetpacks In the Pit of the Stomach album. What your favorite lyrics are, what your favorite songs were, or what you least liked about the album. Look out tomorrow for Neighborhood's review of the new Blink-182 album. That one is probably a very different review. I won't say if it's good or bad, but I did have a much stronger opinion about that album as opposed to this week's In the Pit of the Stomach. So, tell me what you think. And if you didn't review Neighborhoods yet, you can do that too down below, and I will pick it out. So, I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching WreckedRadio, and subscribe if you're new. So, peace, love, rock and roll.